Howdy, sisters and brothers. Welcome back to my show. This is Raw, Vibrant Health. I hope everyone is well. If you are new to my channel, we're going to do an old-fashioned, normal video. These 1-minute videos are kind of annoying sometimes, so I know a lot of you guys appreciate some of my work, some of my lectures and rants and spiels. And this channel is about mind, body, spirit, if you are new. All sorts of things, but I definitely talk a lot about the fruit-based, what people call the vegan diet, the living foods, raw food diet, and fasting. I talk a lot about detoxification, and we're talking about beginner, anything from beginner to intermediate to advanced purification of the whole shebang, you know? So yeah, if you do like this, I have 240 something videos. Just a little like if you do like it, a share, a comment, even just a little emoji really helps a lot. So yeah, I want to talk about the 10. There's definitely a lot more than 10, but I'm going to keep this one concise, you know. But these are just the first 10 that kind of popped into my awareness. But these are the 10 common mistakes that I've made or I see happen quite a bit with people who are getting into this lifestyle of the living foods, eating naturally, eating whole foods, and especially eating, like this is about like a high raw fruit-based diet. So these are the 10 most common mistakes. I know I'm kind of meandering, but this is my 7th year now. I'm on my 7th year of doing this, so I have definitely learned a thing or two. So I hope that this impacts you in a positive way. And yeah, without further ado, the number one mistake that I see with people on the raw vegan diet, I don't love using this word all the time, vegan, but sometimes I have to use it just for simplicity terms. But the number one thing is not eating enough. I see so many times people don't eat enough. And you do need to be educated in this. And there is times like when you're first starting off, you're going to need to eat a lot more. You're going to need to eat a lot more just because you're not used to those high water content foods, you know. Over time, as you transition and you get cleaner, you're going to need to require less stuff. Most people, guys, when you fast and you actually detoxify your body in a proper way, your metabolism gets so sharp, your lymphatic system gets cleaner, and you just don't need it. You don't require as much, you know? You really don't need as much. It's quite amazing. But for a while, for the most part, you're going to need to eat enough, you know? And my issue is usually eating too much if I'm overeating. I used to have a lot of binging going on. But for most people, they're eating too much. That's a mistake I see. Or I'm sorry, they're not eating enough. If you don't eat enough, especially when you're starting out in this, you're not going to have success. You're going to go run over to the carnivore. You're going to go run over to the paleo or the keto or the taking this supplement or trying these probiotics or trying that, and you're just going to be wasting your money, losing your sanity, you know. So that's an important one. You got to eat enough. It's really important. The number two mistake that I see often is people eating unripe fruit, low quality fruit, you know, not any organic or barely any organic. You got to put some effort. I would suggest if you can afford it, you got to put the effort into getting your organic food or grow your own food. That's the best. And this is not the time for excuses anymore. We got to throw the excuses away. This channel is about personal growth. So we always have to try to do better, you know? Like that's what life's about. And if you have been researching pesticides, herbicides, like I have for 18 years, you don't want that stuff. And especially if you have nervous system weaknesses, adrenal gland that are not functioning properly. You're going to really want to make sure you get good quality fruit, organic if you can, you know. And if it's not ripe, it's so hard. I know that one's really hard to get ripe fruit. It's either overripe or picked too early a lot of times. It's not easy to do this, but you will become a master at this. The longer you go, you just get into these farmers markets, you get to the roadside fruit stalls or the grocery stores, and you go, okay, what's good today? What's good today? That papaya caught my eye from like 20 yards. You know what I mean? Like, dude, those grapes were shining at me right when I got off my scooter, right when you got out of your car. You saw the grapes right away. Like, so that's really important, because if you eat the fruits that aren't ripe, you're going to have no energy. Because fruits and vegetables, it's information, right? And when they're not cooked, it's you're really getting a lot more of an energetic component, you know? So you want to eat this information and get this energy and thrive and feel in your highest vibratory state. But if your fruit is unripe, and like I said, if the fruit isn't organic, not only are you going to get the pesticides in you, but you're also going to get, when it's not organic, the soil is going to be crap. Even sometimes a lot of the times the organic isn't great, but there's going to be more nutrients in there. There's going to be more nutrients, more minerals, more micronutrients. The microbiome in the soil is going to be better, so it's going to be a better microbiome inside you. So that's number 2. The third mistake I see with the raw vegan lifestyle is the obsessing with the detox, or only eating fruits or something like that. And of course, the detox, there are times you need to obsess about it if you want to feel good in your body, and in some cases if you want to live, you need to, right? But you got to know when to do it, and you got to know when to do that, you know? You got to do the detoxing. You got to do that. But you also have to rebuild and know when it's the time to rebuild. Once you get your health back and once you've improved so much, you don't need to always... I know some people who it's just like they're just absolutely obsessed with this. I'm not going to mention any names, of course. But it's good to be extreme with your health sometimes, but you know what? You can't just always be water fasting, always be detoxing, but it's good to be generally, you know, moving between the two, but obsessing about it or only eating fruits. And guys, if you're growing your own fruits, if you have, like I was just saying in the last one, if you have super high quality fruits, yeah, you can be a fruitarian for sure. You can be a fruitarian like Ann Osborne. Look at her. She's amazing. But most people, when they just do 100% fruits, and I've done 100% fruits, and I do 100% fruits 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, a month, 3 months, however long. But still, like a salad once a week or a salad once a month, especially if you can't get that really good soil, that really just next level produce, your fruits, man, you're just getting store-bought fruits. I don't think... I've seen so many people, they just don't, in my opinion, they don't look healthy. There are times in this you need to look skinny so that you can heal your malabsorption, heal your, heal everything, and you can rebuild with healthy tissue again. But if you can, if you just want to eat fruits, cool. And for I love it, especially for the deep awareness that you get, and the lightness of your body, and your ability to just meditate so much easier and to do yoga on such a high level. But to always be 100% fruits all the time, for most people in today's day and age, is not good. It's not healthy, in my opinion. But of course, like I said, I have to be redundant on this because I know people are going to hate. But if you're growing your own, that's a whole different ball game. But how many people are doing that, and how many people are doing that properly? So don't obsess with the detox. Don't only eat fruits 100% all the time. If your health is really crappy, then yeah, you're gonna eat only fruits for a while, probably, depending on your situation. But you guys get my point. So the fourth mistake that I see a lot of the time is the lack of emotional work. Because when you eat only fruits, when you for a while, or you're doing high raw, you're doing 100% raw, you're doing some juice fasting, water fasting, you're going up and down that detox pyramid, it's a whole lot different than you're eating a standard diet or even a whole foods cooked diet. All that stuff is so different. And you're going to find that the higher you get up on that pyramid, it's going to be really hard for you to just sit with yourself sometimes, and you're going to want to go run. You're going to want to run away. And a lot of people, they want to blame Dr. Morse. I'm not going to mention names. Blame this, or they don't do this. And then they don't have success, and they go run to that carnivore thing. They go run to this, they go run to that. And a lot of the times, the people aren't doing the emotional work. I see it, and I'm not going to mention, like I said, I want to mention names sometimes, but I try to be, have some honor with this. But, and I don't hate, I just know what I know, and I know what I see, and I know that a lot of people, they don't do the emotional work when they're on this juice fast, and things come up that they haven't dealt with, or things that they didn't even know they needed to deal with, and it comes up and it just hits them like a freight train. And and then a lot of them, they don't even detox properly or detox enough to get them to that point. And then it's like you need to do the emotional work. A lot of people, you can do the fruit diet, the raw vegan diet, or you know what I mean? But if you're still slamming the coffee all the time, you're still watching porn and whacking off all the time, not judging. You know what I mean? You're still watching horrible, TV all the time. You're watching Netflix every day or something like that. You might be on a living foods diet, but you're still running from your crap. You're still numbing. Or you're drinking still. Most people in this lifestyle don't drink or do drugs anymore, but you get my point again. I hope that this is coming off good. I don't know. So that's the fourth one. You got to do the emotional work if you want to be in this lifestyle for the long haul, because guys, you're going to have to sit with yourself every single day, every minute of every day, every month, you're just going to be with yourself. And sometimes, guys, I run sometimes too, but you know what? I ain't running to the carnivore. You ain't going to see me doing this. Why I'm not, vegan thing anymore. This is my jam. I don't want to consume the dead animal flesh ever again. So that's that. Number 5 recent mistake I see is the transition. People are not educated in this, and they're not giving the transition enough time. You got to give it enough time. You got to really have an understanding of this. You really have to get it so that you see why things are happening. And things aren't just, the body is so intelligent, but it's a process, guys. It's like most of us, we get into this because we have health issues, most of us, right? And so we're going from this world all the way to a completely, believe me, I know the stuff that I talk about is like, for most people, it is the most outlandish. It's as far away from them as they possibly imagine. You know what I mean? So, for most people, that there are sometimes you need to just jump in, get on the juices, no excuses, because it's life or death. But For most people, the transition is good. You know, sometimes 100% jumping in 100% raw isn't best. The microbiome is used to these cooked foods, and it's like sometimes it's better just to gradually do it, and sometimes it isn't. There are other times it isn't, and there's also like the what does the soul want, you know? So it's everyone is on their own thing, but for the most part, I see people not transitioning, giving themselves enough time to transition and not doing it in the right way. Okay, how about number 6? The number 6 mistake I see with this lifestyle is the sedentary ones, which I don't see that often, but it does happen. It's pretty it's pretty easy to get, you know. I mean, we're supposed to eat, we're supposed to move, we're supposed to rest. I mean, some people say, "Hey, are we supposed to eat?" I know that's well, in today's day and age, most of us at least we're supposed to start eating, right? But guys, we're supposed to move our bodies, and if you're really sick, there's times that you should rest even more and not don't push your body because you don't want to get more acid build up in your body. But for the most part, we need to be moving, just some light exercise, and of course, you don't want to overdo it with the exercise. Believe me, I have a lot of experience with ruining my kidneys and a lot of my health, and it took a lot of work to rebuild it. So you don't want to be overdoing things, but you don't want to be just a total couch potato. But it does happen sometimes, so I have to bring that one up. And the yeah, the 7th one. Yeah, sorry, I'm not memorizing this stuff anymore until I get this thing from over my mouth. Okay, because or people start sharing my stuff more. That would be really cool. Maybe that will, even if they share, I don't know. I'm just being realistic. I don't know how many of these are going to help, but because when you research and you know what's going on and who owns this company and that company, right? So, but hey, let's just be positive, and I'm gonna keep. Hey, I'm like the little engine that could. I'm gonna keep going on this. So nothing's gonna stop me. So, the 7th mistake is we talked about the opposite of this, but the other side is not ever fasting and not detoxing ever. Guys, you can have someone who's vegan for 25 years get cancer or something. You gotta do the fasting and stuff. You gotta do that. Like number 3, don't obsess. Sometimes don't over obsess when you don't need to, but also, guys, this is a lifestyle of purification and unity with whatever you want to call it, the highest thing there is for me. This lifestyle has really gotten me to such a beautiful place, and I'm really like eternally grateful for finally being, you know, living as, you know, as wholesome as I can, you know, and trying to tread lightly here and to just have this no blockages of mucus that are blocking my energy channels, you know, these lines in the vagus nerve and the lymphatic and the fascia. Nothing is, not so much stuff is blocking it most of the time, like it used to be just blocked, you know, and I couldn't even think, and my spiritual channels were not, my intuition was, everything was just, whoa, you know. So you gotta know when to do the detox, and like I said, and you gotta know when to rebuild, and don't get into this lifestyle and never experience the joys of fasting, the joys of not eating. Once someone can experience I forgot what the quote is, but once you can experience loving not eating more than eating, then you've gotten somewhere. Okay, so don't miss out. Like the detoxing is amazing. Once you have like a real understanding of your body, then you have more of an understanding of how the universe works, you know? So it's really important. Know thyself. Don't miss out on the joys. Yeah, the joys and the pains of the fasting and the detoxing, but it will bring you, you know, to a more solid version of yourself where you just feel more you, you know? And, you know, these things that are hard in life and difficult, what's on the other side? It's always something that is going to improve our life, you know? So that's what this channel is about, and I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know if you're enjoying this, if you're still with me. Gosh, 20 minutes. Dang, I just gotta get back in my... That's okay. The number 8 reason I see that people making mistakes, right, with this lifestyle is the disconnection from nature. You know, I see it quite a bit with a lot of the influencers and stuff. I mean, it's like if it's summertime and you got like super pale skin, that's not going to work out for you over time. And especially, I mean, even if you're taking this vitamin D supplements, which I don't recommend, you're still going to miss out from nature. You don't want to be disconnected from nature. You know, if you're not getting in the sun, and then you're not also prioritizing the fresh air and grounding, just getting on Big Mama here, you're just stuck in an office all day. I know sometimes we need to do that, but you know, you got to find some time to just get into a park, get into a wildlife sanctuary, you know, get connected, and gosh, that will accelerate your detox practice, that will accelerate your spiritual life, that accelerates everything when you're just we are part of it. We're part of it, you know. We're part of this thing. We aren't separate, and that's where you have 99.999% of dis-ease. Yes, there's only one disease, guys. Disconnection, mucus in the body, turmoil, lack of connection. I mean, to keep it simple, lack of connection is a big one. So don't be disconnected from nature. Okay, I guess okay, we're going to do 9 instead of 10. I was going to do 10, but I already kind of touched on number 2 is kind of a double whammy for you. So hope you enjoyed that. The 9th and final thing that I see is a mistake in this lifestyle is doing it alone. And I know a lot of times it's really hard to find someone who's even just a raw food connoisseur or raw vegan. I know it's hard to even find those people sometimes, but especially the fruitarians, right? People juicing and detoxing, but you can find them, you know, and sometimes there's nothing we can do if, you know, we've looked at the meetup groups, we've looked on social media, we've done this, done that. So if you're living in the middle of freaking Indiana or Kansas or something, I know, guys, there's that, but most people, they can move. You might not be able to move right away, but guys, you can be totally free, do whatever the heck you want in this world. If you really want it, you can. You know, some people never leave Chicago or never leave a big city like LA or something, ever. Guys, you can leave. It might take a lot of work, and it usually does take a lot of work. But I've found that when you're doing this alone, it's so much harder to stay high raw or 100% raw. I mean, I feel best 100% raw. That's the straight up truth. And I know a lot of you guys know too. Let me know in the comments. But I've had a lot of times where I've been with fruit friends, and raw food people, and a fruit festival, and all the Dr. Morse's schools, and the friends from Dr. Morse and all that. And guys, it's so much easier to do this alone. You're eating the fruits with other people. You're eating the durian with other people. It's so fun, and it's like, it's just, that's the vibe. That's the tribe. Being in our little tribe. So try to create your own tribe. And guys, I'm so alone in this lately. It's not even funny. So I'm about to create my tribe again, and that's why I make this, because, you know, this doesn't exactly, YouTube, all the people on YouTube and stuff, it doesn't exactly compensate, right? Exactly, but it does help. It does help. This helped me so much watching Ted Carr, and of course DTM, and all the people, you know, to keep, even lately I still watch some stuff because just to keep me inspired, you know. So if you're not able to find a single person and you've done everything else you can for now, keep watching these, and I hope that my video helps. That's why I do this. And yeah, and if you do need help with like the detox part or the transitioning part, I got you covered. So just check out my website or shoot me an email. And gosh, it's really important to have support in this to really get solid. So however you can do that, or find someone else, pay someone else, just even a couple consultations. It's the money is worth it. I'm telling you. If it's not me, pay someone else. You're gonna get an energy exchange with that. You know, it's gonna really help you out. So, anywho, I hope this was beneficial. I hope that this was fun. And okay, next one I'll probably do a 10-minute one. I'm probably gonna upload this really long durian video that was maybe gonna not do, but we'll see. Anyways, this is longer than I wanted, but I love you guys so much, and pay it forward today. Remember, you can always be kind. You can always give and share something with someone who needs it. You know, and a lot of times it's just those little things, the smaller things have a compounding impact. So let's do our best on this planet. And yeah, let me know if you like this. I'm still here, guys. Love you. Oh, and yeah, so I am still going to be in Bali for a little bit, I think. So I am doing one-on-one personalized retreats for people who are coming here for the first time. If you want to hang out and ask questions and have like a one-on-one freaking retreat with me, holler at your boy. And it's super freaking affordable. You're going to get like 10 times the amount of money that I'm charging for this per day. So like, just wanted to throw that out there, because yeah, I'm not doing that for free anymore. I've done that too many times. I love doing that and meeting people, but boys got to eat. Love you guys.